the thing that is supposed to be explained is supposed to be resting on things that don't need to be explained. Lots of explanation are really description and restatement of the problem.
Hey, humans! Welcome to Demystifying Science, the gathering place of the galaxy's best and brightest.
We started the transmission with the words of Dr. Daniel Pauly, a veteran fisheries scientist and French knight who has been asking the hard questions about assumptions that scientists make.
Our conversation with Dr. Pauly, like most of our Earthling rendezvous, spanned many topics: ecology, how change is simultaneously difficult yet necessary, the political situation on Earth, and the strange nature of the human animal.
Somewhere in there, we even tried to reckon with the non-material aspects of biology, and how futile it is to treat humans as nothing more than a stack of inanimate atoms.
But more than anything else, we circled around the tricky question of starting points in science. How can we navigate an explanation if we aren't sure of the phenomenon itself? Like, for example, the Earth's focus on the causal relationship between man-made CO2 and global temperatures. This assumption about carbon dioxide then leads scientists to the conclusion that reducing its emission will ultimately stabilize the climate.
But what if Earthlings have made a mistake, and managing carbon dioxide is unnecessary, rather than a sufficient condition for maintaining the well-being of the planet? What if there are other, equally insidious threats to humans and their habitat, like pesticides, industrial waste, single-use plastics, or just overconsumption?
But currently, the conversation about carbon dioxide is totalizing. There's only one correct answer, that industrial interventions are necessary to reduce carbon dioxide emissions, and that the planet's climate must be stabilized and prevented from further change.
This is one of those cases where getting where you want to go, rather than just getting somewhere, requires more than a mastery of logic. It also requires a careful evaluation of that first assumption. Much like navigating by the North Star, it actually requires knowing the North Star.
When our ability to correctly estimate a reliable starting point is compromised, either by time, politics, or belief, it becomes almost impossible to reach a robust conclusion about anything, whether it's orienteering, fate of the climate, or just what's out for breakfast.
In the case of science, the systematic process by which we understand material existence, our conclusions can only be sturdy if we start by considering all of the possibilities. If one refuses to consider a possibility because it complicates a political message or undermines a belief system, no amount of logic can lead to understanding.
The challenges of climate engineering that some humans demand are enormous, far beyond even what we Alphaflossians have done on our planet. But there are those like Dr. Pauly who believe that it is the right thing to do, especially because a hotter planet will disproportionately affect the Earth's poorest countries.
This isn't the last conversation that we're going to have on the topic, but it does get us thinking about how to build a dependable scientific model for something as complicated as humans and their planet.
Well, science might not have the last word after all, because it doesn't seem too effective at addressing intangibles like motivation, spirit, and emotion.
Yeah, science isn't about to explain why the hurdy-gurdy makes me feel like dancing.
And me like sleeping.
Anyways, remember to subscribe to the channel on YouTube and leave us a review if you're listening to the audio version. It's the best way to support our ad-free productions and help bring the brightest Earth thinkers out for a chat.
Take care, humans.
Bye!
Bye.